Tired of the same old radio talk show? There is an alternative. This is Gonzo Radio.
Thanks, Black God.
Thank you, Black God. Welcome, everybody, to the Problematic Podcast.
Yes. Sitting next to me is Stephanie Wood.
What up?
Of course. And myself, Dan Caso. We're in the Problematic.
Being problematics.
In West Palm Beach, Florida.
Woo woo!
Yep.
We are coming with a special live streaming episode on the Gonzo Radio Network. And with us, we have the podfather of South Florida himself, Mr. Gonzo in the house. Well, not in the house because COVID.
Hi, guys.
But yes. Hey, what up, Gonzo?
I am pleased as punch to not only be on your first show here on the Gonzo Radio Network, but pleased as punch that you chose to come here. I'm thrilled.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome to the family.
Yep, we got a little production value going on. We got what I've been striving for the entire time through trial and error. Many episodes.
A family. Dan's been looking for a family this whole time, and now we finally found it. So, me too. So, thank you for being the dad I never had.
Well, I saw the way he was looking at you, like production value is like I never had. Like you're catching a little bit of that sauce there, Steph. I mean,
we get spicy here. We get a little spicy.
That's why I was like, really? You both want to do the Problematic Podcast here? Hell yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
So let me shut up, back off. First of all, welcome and get them.
We'll cut in at any time, man. Let's have fun. Having some fun riffing before off mic.
Yeah, no, we're excited to be here, though. This is going to be fun. Yeah, this is a little disclaimer. We've never done a live show.
Yeah, just for your audience, because the 7.5 people that listen to our show know the deal by now. But
by the way, thank you to all of our friends and listeners, especially overseas. We have a lot of fans in the Middle East, the Asian, thanks to the troops. Black God, of course, always.
Yeah.
But with that being said,
yeah, weird. I mean, the name isn't just an obnoxious pun. It's literally what we like to do on the show is just say the worst shit possible. And because that's what makes us laugh.
We're problematics. We're addicted to problems. We have a lot of problems. He's a former addict. I haven't admitted that I'm an addict. Yeah, it's not just a hacky thing, but that also is like everything we say is just bullshit, okay? Take nothing we say seriously. Yeah. I mean, I do have like a couple PhDs, so does Dan, but no, I'm just kidding. We don't mean anything. We love all races.
I'm not kidding. I do have PhDs. So yeah. Don't cut my legs out from under me like that. I have PhDs.
I'm a doctor. Yes, but no, we don't mean anything we say. So sometimes, just so you guys know, if you're a new fan, just take this with a grain of salt. We're meant to be funny. We're just riffing.
Please don't get ahead of yourself. Listen at best. Spectators.
I don't know. I have some stalkers.
Okay.
Yeah, some people have. Yeah, you don't want to know what my DMs look like. Gonzo, you've slid into them before, so you can vouch for that. He's like, yes.
Yep. Sorry, I'm a horrible guest. All I've got is yep.
Yeah. And I know me and Dan are very close, but we both we don't have COVID.
Yeah, we don't have COVID, and we smoke crack out of separate pipes before the show.
Yes.
We didn't make out
on
arrival when she got to my apartment. We didn't make out like we normally do. We're taking all the necessary precautions.
I actually use the soda can instead of Dan's pipe to smoke my crack out of, so we're being really safe.
Yeah, she had a soda can.
Yeah.
I had Old Faithful and
Coke or Pepsi?
We don't. I mean, Dan has hepatitis. So sort of all the alphabets: A, B, C.
Yeah. You could say I'm happy-titis.
Yeah, we're really literate when it comes to hepatitis. We have the whole alphabet down, but other than that, we're clean. So guys, don't worry. Don't fucking hate on us. Yeah, I mean, I've never had any STD. I don't have COVID. I've had sex with 2 Asian men, so I have the antibody. And also, this is
she's been slowly building immunities to all STDs over many, many years.
I have herd immunity to all.
Marvel.
Yes, all STDs. I'm STD free. Gonzo, how many STDs are you rocking right now?
Well, as far as STDs go, I have yet to have the opportunity in 2020 to actually try to get or contract an STD. I think I've had better odds at catching COVID than an STD. Here in this year of not our Lord, it has to be the year of Satan, 2020. I have not. No, I do not have an STD.
It's good.
It's the year of the rat. More importantly, if you're going by the Chinese calendar, it's the year of the rat.
Rat herpes.
The year of the HPV, COVID.
Isn't that amazing? It's the year of the rat, and we're going through a plague.
Which was like 100 years ago.
A Chinese plague.
So
I'm waiting for the aliens to invade. I'm waiting for the aliens to invade.
Well, I mean, we have like those hornets now. We have
earthquakes.
I can't wait for the hornets.
I'm gonna get some hornet pets, I think. I mean,
death hornets. Chinese death hornets.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure they're Chinese? Are you being racist? We're not racist here.
No, they're Chinese death hornets.
We're just ironically racist.
I didn't sense any irony.
Yeah. We do irony in our racism. Big ironic racist over here. I don't know. I'm a little upset about, I feel like I just want to get my nails done. I want to eat some egg rolls. I want to have some bat soup. I mean, these are things I'm longing for. And I just want to, I don't know. I just want to be able to lick a stranger's face, especially one that is definitely of Asian descent, and not care.
What's more racist, saying that this whole thing is because Chinese people eat bats or because it escaped from a lab in China? Because people are
I'm going to have to say the wet bat bar thing. Yeah, the bat thing.
The wet market. And because it's funny, you see online people saying that it was racist when people are saying, it escaped from a Chinese lab. It's like, well, which is, because just a week ago we were saying it was because Chinese people eat bats. So
but isn't
why can't it be both?
Yeah, that wet market's really close to that lab. So, it could have been a lunch break.
Could have been a guy who didn't wash his hands at the lab and came and had bat soup.
He was eating bat soup at the lab on his lunch break.
It always goes back to washing your hands. That's what it is.
He could have gotten the bat soup takeout, gone back to the lab.
Yep. And then one of those assholes who does reheats salmon in the microwave, he reheated the fat. Mm-hmm. And then it just permeate. I don't know that word. I haven't talked in a while. It went through the office. And it just
half the floor smell like fucking fish.
Yeah. Don't reheat your fish or your bat soup.
Yeah, it's fucking thanks a lot.
I don't think I would reheat my bat soup anyway. I don't put that's the nicer foods I'd rather not put in the microwave. I just eat it cold.
Just throw the rest away.
Even if it was Jell-O. If it was bat soup Jell-O, still I want the original flavor because the microwave.
Right.
It moves those molecules.
It gets a little gamey on reheat.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take a lot of the bat out of the soup when you do it.
I have a delicacy in my fridge.
Yeah, it really overheats the bat, and the wings get a little crispy. I feel like
wings are delicious, and that's why you should stick with the wings.
Yeah.
Don't eat because bat soup they're putting the whole bat in there, and that's where things get kooky. Yep. Just stick with the wings. Fry the wings. You're good.
Yeah. It's not Buffalo Wild Wings, guys. It's Bat Wild Wings. You guys have been we've all been eating bats this whole time. So I think we need to all take a step back, stop being so racist.
It's just picking out of a pile of leather-bound books, just tossing those.
Yeah, I mean, I love a good bat wing.
I love a leathery wrap. Bat. Dog.
To be literal, have you guys ever? You guys eat Szechuan, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys eat Szechuan Chinese food, right?
Of course.
Children, yeah.
Szechuan. Okay, well, you that hot shit, that red pepper, that Szechuan pepper, is in everything. So no wonder they can eat bat. They eat bat. They eat dog. They eat turtle. They eat all kinds of crazy shit over there. So I mean, we have to get ready for.
They try to throw chunks of dog in my bat soup. You think I'm not going to know the fucking difference? I've been coming to this.
It's a little doggy.
For 5 years.
And normally it's like Chipotle when you go. It's like the bats or the dogs normally extra. It's like it's like come on, just throw the guac in, throw the bat wings in. Just don't be so stingy.
Dan, is your dog in the room listening to this?
No. He's downstairs being a good boy.
He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit. No, that's but it's like, yeah, this bat soup's a little doggy. Send it back.
Just a little sided cat. Oh man, but yeah, so
that was fun.
Yeah,
I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to say racist stuff because I didn't know what I was going into. So there we go. Cheers to that.
Cheers to ironic racism.
Cheers.
Yep.
Cheers, Gonzo. Listen, can we come to your studio soon or what?
I'm feeling pretty good about having people here. As long as I don't have more than 2 or 3 at a time. I mean, why do I have to be the literal guy here the whole time? But yeah, I mean, having 2 or 3 at a time is fine. I'm not one of those people that's kind of hiding from this shit.
If we bring you bat soups as a thank you, will you let us in then?
I
wouldn't eat bat soup on principle. I like bats.
Yeah.
Bats are necessary.
All right. How about some pumpernickel bread?
Okay.
Everybody's been baking breads these days. Everyone's gone back to their normal gender roles during COVID times. I came over here last time and Dan's girlfriend Mel was just baking up a storm. I think she ran out of yeast.
I just want to eat the part of the bat's brain that's responsible for creating sonar. And just see what the fuck happens,
You can't get sonar by eating that part of the brain.
Come on, man.
Are you going to ingest its powers?
And that's why there's no God.
I'm Batman.
By eating that part of the brain.
So there you go, kids. Write it down. Put it in your history books. Have your mom teach it from you at home because no one's going to school anymore. The world is over. What is happening? What is with all these COVID commercials? How did you make them? Are you in a studio together? What about social distancing? Did you have these ready to go? Why is everything?
Now we're getting to it.
We're getting spicy. Here's some spicy takes from the Problemaddicts and Gonzo.
Now we're digging.
Dude, I don't get it. Every time I watch, listen, you know how you had to watch TV and once in a while you get a Sarah McLachlan commercial with the dogs or whatever, and you're just like, okay, I won't eat dogs today.
Switch channels, last channel.
Now it's just inundating you. Everything is we're out here. I know things aren't the same, but we have your back. Here at Verizon, we're still going to make you pay us money, but we're going to do the stupid fucking commercial for no good reason. But hey, don't fucking die. It's like, go suck a fucking dick, Verizon. I'm not paying you this month, all right? Yeah. Jesus H. Christ. I'm sorry. I'm upset about the COVID commercials.
There's no rent freeze anywhere. New York City, no rent freeze.
Gonzo, what about you and COVID commercials? I know we were talking a little bit earlier. You said you were a little upset.
All right. The big indicator for me every time is you hear the sad piano music. Fucking piano is ruined for me now. Okay. I like the piano. Piano is a very elegant instrument. It's a very versatile instrument, but it has been used as an instrument of doom. Now you hear the slow in these trying times. Click, click. Last channel, move it on, keep it pushing.
Should you even be sad without a piano?
No. What if it was just heavy guitar metal, just COVID?
Yeah. But it is sad piano, though. It is this mopey, melancholy, really serious, sad piano.
I think
sad piano has ruined me.
Fuck pianos.
Fuck pianos. Can you play piano?
Yeah, now fuck pianos. I used to like pianos, but fuck pianos.
Fuck pianos, fuck pianists. It's also a really hard word to say. A pianist? Ridiculous. But remember that movie came out and I was like, it's just like when you're in science class and you're like, is it orgasm or organism? It's like, Just really got to think about this.
Weren't you engaged to an Asian pianist?
Oh my God, an Asian. Listen,
we're going hard on the Asians. I like it.
Hard on the
Asians.
Asians.
Just for the record, for those of you who are not our, Rapid fans, I legit love Asian men.
She was madly in love with a Chinese man.
Yes, he was straight out of Hong Kong. Yeah, and we had a very loving affair.
You loved him a long time.
I loved him a long time.
She loved him a long time.
A very long time. Many years. We lived together. So if I say anything about Asians, it's like, I got my Asian card. It's fine.
Yeah.
I dig Asian chicks.
And believe it or not, he was buku.
Who?
You know what I'm saying? He was buku.
Buku, huh?
Remember
he was
Full Metal Jacket? Oh, too buku.
Long duck dong.
She didn't fuck with the black guy. His dick was too big. Yeah, supposedly her ex-boyfriend, Chinese guy, big beautiful dick.
Huge. This is the number one red flag, which is
those are three words you never usually hear together. Huge Asian penis.
When this is all over, like when Corona's all over and we're back to our normal lives, I hope that we can come out of this realizing that this pandemic was the Chinese's fault, but their dicks are fine. And that's why we have to get this podcast out to as many people as possible, because if there's anything to take away from this, it's that. Yes, the Chinese did cause a global pandemic. But
yes, no, sure.
Their penises are fine.
Huge.
They can
big,
be fine.
Abnormal, more than you think. We like to one of our things, the goals of our podcast is to give some really good takeaways, like kind of teach people, especially kids, I would say, things that are not taught in the history books. We're kind of like an alternative media source. So yeah, anything we say, write it down, make sure you memorize it and spread it to as many humans as you want. So Asians.
A big part of our demographic is like young, disaffected youth, runaways at like a bus station waiting for the bus to come so they could go to Tulsa and get away from their parents, and they have too many lip rings and they're wearing like old ethnic skate shoes.
They have flannels on.
Yeah, like the hoodies with the thumbs in the sleeves, at the bottom of the sleeves.
So you can put it right up the butt when you go to the gas station.
They could put their thumbs through and cover well.
Why am I hearing Guns N' Roses "Welcome to the Jungle" in my head?
Because you're a sick fuck, just like we are.
Because that's what every runaway hears in their head the whole time. Welcome to
the jungle. Me and Dan will bust out into song for you if you want us.
I was told there wasn't going to be singing.
Doesn't want us to.
No one wants us to. No one wants us to.
So I can't take my eyes off the Lysol wipes that you have there in the foreground. You know those things are like gold now, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm a very rich man, so I don't know if you knew that.
He has a whole loft that we do this in. Okay,
yeah,
a whole loft.
I have multiple trust funds. Yeah. Multiple trust funds.
He owns a few dolphins.
Yeah, I have a lot of rich parents. Yeah, these are just to symbolize that I'm with the effort of the antiviral effort, and I'm right there. I'm right there.
We're all the front lines.
We're all equal in this. Like I'm no different than a nurse.
Yep.
Working 48-hour shifts. I'm no different. Like, we're all the same.
We're patriots.
I'm basically
heroes.
Like I don't know, like 9/11 first responder.
Doing God's work.
Like that kind of shit. Like I'm just trying to carry that torch. Carry that torch.
Pass it on. And also, as Gonzo knows, I love a good puss wipe. So these kind of do, they're kind of a 2-in-1.
Yeah.
So
most of the time I think she's up here because we won't get any conversation done because she'll just be
puss wiping away.
I'll see her fidgeting under the table while I'm making some horrible joke about I don't know, whatever. And
internment camps.
Yeah, she's just cleaning her vagina
with the Lysol. He's like, these are for disinfecting. I'm like, that's what I'm disinfecting. Okay, listen, I don't think people are talking about the amount of UTIs that are probably happening during the pandemic and, yeast infections, which is why there's no yeast in stores.
There's no time for things like that anymore.
My mom sent me a care package the other day and I had monostat in it. So thank you, Mom. You are also a
good luck getting a doctor to give a fuck about your yeast infection.
Yeah. You think Lysol's hard to get? Try getting some monostat, okay? I'm just kidding. I don't need it. I'm not having sex. So. My mom in college at the moment. Not right lately.
So what you're implying is that there are a lot of people out there having unprotected pull-out method sex, or just straight on cream pie?
Unprotected vaginal sex.
So vaginal.
Straight up cream pie.
Listen, my mom always said, "Don't fuck with a dirty dick," and those are the words I live by. Okay.
Whose mom didn't say that?
I know.
First day of school.
My mom may have said that too.
Don't fuck a dirty dick. No, don't do it. It's not
She'd
good
say
for
it
you.
in Polish too. She never spoke Polish another day.
Never again. She just got dick down and got all the Polak taken out of her.
True story. I freaked out and ran to the doctor because I had jock. The very first time I had jock itch, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on. And I ran to the doctor. The doctor laughed at me.
Does that mean you have like a rash on your balls and your dick from like sweating?
Yeah, pretty much. And you just
you didn't have your pants down.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was just
boom, got you, dog. Got you.
I got him. Got him.
Good. I got him.
Oh. So listen, who's been doing meth during the pandemic?
Hopefully everyone.
Listen, I've been clean. I've been reorganizing my.
One time.
You've been doing meth?
One time.
You did meth one time during the pandemic?
About 20 minutes ago.
Okay, well that explains.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming in, guns blazing.
Yeah, you're trying to bring the right vibe to the show.
I think that shows dedication on your end, Gonzo. You're coming here as a guest, but you're like, listen.
Shows a lot of things.
I'm gonna do some meth. I might even smoke it.
I want to stick one of those Lysol wipes in my mouth and suck on it.
That's an idea.
Yeah, but I'm just worried about all the meth users up there over the pandy. I don't know. I feel like I'm going through, like, the pandemic's been very cyclical. Like, again, I can't use words today, but I feel like there's cycles of the pandemic where I'm like happy, then I'm
cyclical
sad.
Is a word?
Yeah.
That's a word, right?
Cyclical, yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't say it right. Dang it.
Well, cyclical, she means like in a cycle.
Yeah. Yeah, just, give it a googs.
Give it a googs.
Give it a googs. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's been stages of the pandemic. Like, everyone was obsessed with Tiger King.
Mm-hmm.
And then people started, like, baking, and they ran out of yeast. And then people started getting in domestic.
And people tried to start making their own, and that's where the yeast infection started.
Yeah, and then now there's a whole bunch of COVID babies. And I don't know. I feel like it's just a lot of ebbs and flows of the pandemic. For me, like, I feel like a lot of weird people were coming out of the woodwork, like getting weird texts, getting weird things into my DM, and then
domestic abuse.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, but yeah, I've definitely beaten up my partner much more since the start. Mm-hmm. We don't condone domestic abuse. I mean,
I practice it. Yeah. I don't condone it. Not for anyone else. It's a lifestyle choice. I wouldn't try to infringe upon anyone else.
Yeah, live your truth. If you're not into that, that's fine. But hey, we all have our own battles. And sometimes Dan just is the one, initiating it and doing all the battling.
Well, no, I'd just like my girlfriend to beat the shit out of me. Like, I'll just drop a glass on purpose. And I go, no, babe, what, you gonna hit me? And she just really goes off. She tees off, breaks my teeth.
Full on MMA on you, double leg sweep, takes you down, gets a ride on you.
Me in the face, piss on me after I'm knocked out.
I feel like my video this, we can put it on like a fans only account for you.
It's a good idea.
Yep. Let's write that down.
Use the extra scratch.
And write that down. Note it. Gonzo, you got that? Gonzo, how's your fans only going? What do you do for the fans? What's like their number one request from you?
For the fans?
Yeah.
Besides feet pics.
Yeah, and we're talking about fisting. Is that something that people want a lot?
No, we're not talking
No, they want me to keep the strippers coming.
You missed the strippers too, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm 3 weeks in a row now. I've had feature entertainers, touring when, there's a difference between a stripper and a woman with several sets choreographed with dancing and all of that. They call them feature entertainers.
Like an open micer versus like a headliner.
Yeah. Somebody who, gets paid. But it's been a wonderful month for having these centerfolds and one was a Playboy cover model, not a centerfold. They're all touring features. Last week I had my co-host, who is also a feature entertainer, and her friend who she does girl on girl OnlyFans videos with in the pool. So my show has been really interesting. So all they're saying is, so who's the next stripper? When's the next stripper coming on? I think I've attracted an audience.
Yeah, I think it's important that you have me over. You know, and
we should,
And then if like those cool girls want to be there, they can be there.
Why, would you guys like a stripper on your show?
Yeah, let's have a stripper on our show.
Listen, I got third place.
Besides the one sitting right here.
It was an amateur contest. I don't want to brag. It's like a decade ago in Iowa at the lumberyard. Real men go to get their wood.
What a dark time.
Hey, listen, you do not have an insignificant rack. Okay.
But I have a rash, so that's a problem.
She's got rack. You got jackets, she has rack.
Yeah, it's a lot of rash.
That was like 20 years ago.
Angry
you still got the back rash?
Nope, just angry titties, like Angry Birds, but angry
ass titties.
Oh my god.
Her titties fight her bra all day long.
Dude, it's terrible. So, but Gonzo, you said you've been working out like every day since the pandemic?
5 days a week.
A lot.
Five days a week. You can't tell your trainer or your workout partner, you can't give them an excuse when you're unemployed.
Right, I'm busy. They're like, bitch, you're eating chips on the couch, but
I'm busy. Bullshit. It's like I got this.
You could just be like, now I finally have the time to just get completely ripped by myself, and I am. So now I have the time. That's the thing. Like now that all this has happened, I got all the free time in the world to just be my own trainer.
Right. It's actually, there was
about 12% body fat.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten so bored and also like so annoyed, like being quarantined. I jump rope now. I'm a jump roper.
That's horrible. That's really sad.
Yep. I run around my block until I saw a dead rat, and then that just really upset me. And
did the rat die while you're jump roping down the street, just watching?
No, it saw me running, and he's like, "I'd rather just take myself out and see this fucking bitch huff and puff past me."
She made a rat kill or something. You hear that?
It's the year of the rat, kids.
I misplaced half of April.
Yeah.
I misplaced most of my 20s.
Well, what's cool is like, I mean, this all went down, and I'm sure you know this by like seeing my social media posts for the past however long, but like I was completely miserable and isolated anyway before this all happened because of the nature of my job. And I was just choosing to isolate from like January to February for whatever reason, not doing stand up really.
Yeah, you were really fun.
Yeah.
That was a fun time.
Yeah. And I used to be stuck at work all the time and just wish that no one else could do anything and have any fun. And now that this has happened, I'm fine.
You've been praying for.
Yeah, I'm fine. Like it's like that's how I am. Like when the chaos is out here, it softens the chaos. So I'm fine. Yep. There's no FOMO anymore. I don't got to worry about missing out on anything. I don't got to worry that like everyone else is out living their life in their 20s and I'm not. I'm serving baby boomers at a retirement HOA for 50 hours a week.
They all died. So.
They're all dead now. So like that's exactly like my woes.
Driving down 6 with your woes.
You have a black belt in social distancing.
But no, Dan's been really upset that he had to like take a break from stand up. So he's been praying for this every day. That's to the tchotchkes.
Seeing people get opportunities, my friends moving up and stand up. And I'm stuck at my job because
very passive aggressive.
I'm incapable of making changes, and I've just been at this job for 5 years. I've hated for too long. And just seeing people moving up in comedy and loving their life and happy and doing stand up, and I won't have it. I won't have it because I can't do it. I had to turn down a lot of gigs over the winter. So you know what? I hope everything shuts down.
You know what? It's not China. It's you. It came from you.
It came from me.
Yep. This is
I'm the ultimate. I am China. I'm Wuhan. Wuhan is a CIA code name for me, motherfucker.
His new stage name. He's Dan Wuhan.
Dan motherfucker Wuhan Caso.
That's right, motherfuckers. I'm Asian. Believe it.
Caucasian, motherfucker. What's up?
Caucasian.
Can we talk about white privilege a little bit with Gonzo? Did you see the Trump parade in Florida? For those of all of our international viewers, it was a couple days ago, I think on Saturday or Sunday, there was through the intercoastal whole bunch of boats got together, did a huge like parade protest from Jupiter all the way to Mar-a-Lago, which is just the epitome of fucking privilege. Just a whole bunch of people in their fucking boats with their Trump hats on and their American flags, just coochies out, COVID free. I mean, is there anything?
That's the thing, because like I understand kind of, I like can empathize with those people. I'm kind of like, I'm down. Half of me is down with like, fuck this whole thing and, you know, staying in our homes. But it just sucks when it's attached to Trump people. Because like, I don't like Trump people and I don't like Trump. So it's tough. I'm often torn.
Well,
Gonzo, if someone asked you to go on that boat with them down to do the parade, would you have gone?
pass.
Hard pass? Soft
Hard
pass.
Hard pass. See, I'm one of those crazy people. Even though I'm not a liberal and I'm not a Democrat, I kind of lean a little to the left, but not a lot. But I have hated Donald John Trump since 1986, since I first heard him on the Howard Stern show.
Are you from Florida originally?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because my whole thing with Trump was like, I grew up with a dad hating Trump because like my dad's around the same age as Trump. And like, I grew up like looking across the bay to New York. So like, we always just knew him as a fucking slumlord and a piece of shit. And then,
slumlord douchebag.
So.
But think about how many places that he owned that you got to do heroin in. Like how many?
Yeah, but didn't he tried to get like 7 kids. Tried to get 7 kids railroaded into life in prison with the Central Park 7 or Central Park 5. Yeah, he tried to get them railroaded into prison.
And when I say my dad was like the same age as Trump, I don't mean to imply that like they went to high school together. So I'm just saying, like, I come from a blue collar family. Like my dad was, you know, super classic liberal and shit. So yeah, it's
pro
just
labor.
bizarre, man. I still like the nihilist in me loves the times we're living in because it's just so fascinating.
You want to see it burn.
Yep.
A little bit. I'm a bit of an agent of chaos.
Yep. I thrive in chaos.
No, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, because that shit gets carried away and it's tacky too. But like, I kind of like the chaos. It's so fucking bizarre that Trump's our president. Every day, like every time I see him on TV, it's just like, wow, this is fucking happening. The shock never really wears off for me, at least. I don't say that in politics, so I'm pretty stupid.
You both were really young during 9/11, right? Were you both adults during 9/11? No.
Yeah, I was the youngest first responder out there, actually.
He was a toddler first responder rescuing people from the towers.
I was in 4th grade. I was in 4th grade.
I'm much older than Dan.
I have a boo button, fuckers.
Yeah.
Don't boo us. I was a sophomore in high school. Yeah, I was a little older.
You were not. That was 19 fucking years ago.
Yeah, I was a sophomore in high school then.
She's 37 years old.
I'm 34, first of all.
Oh, okay. I'm 100. It's okay. I'm 100. It's all right. You guys are so.
I'm 17.
You're still technically millennials. It's all right.
I just got picked up Dan from daycare, so he's actually.
But you remember how fucked up it was for 9/11, though. I mean, even though you were a kid, you remember how fucked up things were for 9/11.
I knew from then, like I knew even as a little kid, because I was a cynical little kid from like a young age and shit. I was just like, man, fuck this world. like nothing's ever gonna be the same. And then like I started getting into podcasts and shit, and like getting into trouble and being like locked away in my house all the time and just listening to what's really going on and
doing
Iraq and what that was all about. And no, I wasn't doing heroin yet. I was a freshman in high school.
Sorry. A year later.
Decency to wait 4 years before that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can't you wait until you're at least 9th grade?
Yeah.
Well, but this is a kind of a situation like that.
I watched the smoke billow across the bay, like past my neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
You know? Being a millennial's dog shit. I mean, it's awesome because like life has never been easier, but like up by me, man, growing up in New Jersey, being like, because I'm 28. So it was just like 9/11 and then opiate crisis that began in high school.
Katrina.
You know, just regional opiate crisis all throughout the Northeast. All my friends are getting addicted to opiates and dying of heroin overdoses later on. You know, and then
all the bad shit is happening to you and your generation, especially you're part of the millennial generation. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, everybody says that millennials actually go to like 40. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like almost at the cutoff. I'm like an elder millennial. So like it's
right.
She's a millennial.
I don't quite relate to it. Like, I mean, I was one of the first schools to get Facebook. I feel like I was really I was the front lines for you.
You can you can gauge your millennial by like what kind of sexual act, what intensity of sexual act were you committing with another person your age to the song "Hot in Here" by Nelly.
So hot, man.
Like, to me, like I was just like barely touching titties and like I was like, yeah, I don't even know. No, probably not. I was in 5th grade, so
I think I was full-fledged anal by then.
Yeah.
So, that dates me.
Yeah.
That dates me. Yep.
So that's what kind of
This is
millennial
my
she
4th
is. She was
year
anal.
strip club DJ.
She was anal during the Nelly era, and I was barely sexually active. I just started masturbating.
Yep. That's the difference between me and Dan. So, it puts a rift between us, but we work through it.
Mm-hmm. It's
Well, that's
good.
good to hear.
I love her because she like makes me feel less irrelevant.
That's
The
irrelevant.
older I get, the closer to 30 I get. I'm like, because like when I watch like rap videos now, like of just like kind of the deep cuts on YouTube of like these kids all over the world rapping and just the way that's happening now, I'm like, well, I'm old. I'm completely old. I don't get how this is appealing to anyone. Like, it's just so odd the way they're dressing, the whole.
And then like I
Mumble
come
rap.
over and I'm like reading a newspaper.
Yeah. She's always reading the Times.
Giving a hand job. Who does that anymore? My generation, the great one.
Yeah.
That's right. But yeah,
Whatever happened to reading the newspaper
and giving a hand job. America's favorite pastime.
Nothing
right.
like a handy
That's my
behind the
handy ring.
Circle
This is 60
K.
Minutes. I'm the kind of guy who likes to get a hand job while I'm reading the newspaper. I like it.
Well, you guys are drawing a crowd.
Oh man.
Yeah, but life pre and post pandy. So, okay, well, how do you think people are going to date after the pandemic? So, like me and Dan are like off the market. Sorry, everybody. I mean, you can probably still slide into my DMs. I can't speak for Dan, but
I'm in an arranged marriage.
Yeah, he was arranged. It's a whole thing. We can't get into that right now, but
I used to be Indian.
yeah, he used to be Indian. The Michael Jackson thing happened, so now you have this really Aryan race man with 8 abs for no good reason.
Premium skin bleaching.
Premium. You can buy his skin. We sell samples of it. We're gonna release
Come
it
catch
soon
her.
for merch. But yeah, how are you gonna date someone? Like, what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna like Zoom sex people? Like, or how are you gonna lick someone? How is this gonna happen, Gonzo?
Everyone's gonna have an OnlyFans, and it's gonna become a barter sex. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like what's gonna.
It's like I need some Oreos. I'll give you some puss if you give me, the chocolate covered Oreo.
What kind of Oreos? Chocolate covered?
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll be right back. I think I got some.
I air fried some Oreos.
Air fried.
That's the big thing now, right? Air fryers.
Ugh. Yeah, you're becoming a very
Fried
domestic
ninja.
white woman.
I'm reaching my final form.
Dan's reaching his pinnacle of white suburban housewife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're gonna start drinking again before we know it.
Yeah, I'm already doing coffee enemas.
You guys, the worst thing about this pandemic, which was a thing I had before as a problem, I was always trying to work this out as like a bit, but like one of my worst days of the week is the day that the garbage man comes and the recycling man, and he takes
because it scares you like a dog.
and all of the noise from all of the bottles just clanking out. It's just like spooks me, and it's just
no. Go ahead. What are you getting at?
It's just so many alcohol bottles, right? And now I feel like with the pandemic,
right.
it's getting worse. I
You
feel
should
like
break them all before. You should give the garbage man a big bucket of broken glass, so he doesn't have to know about your alcoholism.
you're right, and you're right. I should look out for the essential workers.
I got all the solutions for any substance issue.
How you been doing?
Bottle
Gonzo? Been drinking
shame.
more?
It's bottle shaming.
Bottle shame.
Don't bottle shame me. But Gonzo, do you drink? What do you drink? Whiskey?
Well, currently I am done with a beer, which would be Dragon's Milk, which is a fine stout.
Is that Chinese beer?
God, I hope not.
Okay.
Guys, I'm gonna go out there and just have to start having sex with
You're
Chinese
making me
guys.
suspicious of my own beer. But
I've
I
been
am
encouraging
a
you to
whiskey.
do that for a long time, so we could talk about them on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna start having sex with Chinese men again. I'm gonna do the field research. I'm gonna get the herd immunity, and I'll bring it back to the people. You're welcome, guys. Dr. Fauci, You know where to find me.
Yeah.
Well, I work out most days with an Asian couple.
You're living the dream. That sounds delightful.
Are they looking for a third?
A fourth, you mean?
It's kind of weird because they know a lot more than we do about pandemics for some reason.
I mean, can we talk about some things like, okay, face mask? Are we going to start wearing designer or some? This is when I fucking give up. When someone wears a Supreme face mask.
Of course. Why wouldn't that?
That's when I'm done. I'm committing murder, suicide, or whatever way. We're both dying if that happens. Okay, we're gonna murder suicide off ourselves.
I'll just get diarrhea. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
I want a Darth Vader mask.
You do?
With the respirator.
I was thinking it would be funny to like go out in like a leather daddy mask, like one of the ones like the Gimp from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
The zipper.
Mm-hmm. I have one of those. If you want to borrow it.
Okay, give it to me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have a couple of them. Gonzo, if you want one.
Wash it for the love of God.
Gonzo, they don't. I mean,
I have a huge head.
The stank kind of stays on it. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to get the stank off.
I have a huge head. It's hard to put hoods on my head.
Well, that's why you were never a good member of the KKK. So that worked out.
Right, exactly.
Couldn't wear the uniform.
I'm hood challenged. I'm hood challenged though. And whenever I wear a hoodie, it just looks like I'm wearing a foreskin.
Ooh, and no one likes those. You know how I feel about uncircumcised penises.
Hey,
uncircumcised penises.
Uncircumcised penises. I don't like them.
Yeah, I got my foreskin reattached.
I think my hymen broke recently.
6 skin, 7 skin.
Yeah. I love a turtleneck.
I love it. I love a turtleneck. It's just too hot down here. But
I love having an uncircumcised penis now for like my second act. You know what I'm saying? Like my second act in life. That's what I'm. I'm gonna feel like a new person.
Coming up, hood up. Just call you Trayvon Martin.
Yeah, I feel complete.
It's good. No, but so Gonzo, when do you think things are gonna come back to normal? I see your posts all the time, and you're always, I don't know, you're very. You're kind of like a devil's advocate, which I like. I kind of like to play that role too, play two sides. So, what do you think?
Provocateur.
Yeah, when do you think we're coming back? Like, when are we going to a comedy show again? When are you going up?
When you going up? I was going to go up that night. All right.
That's how you know we're living during a pandemic where nothing's going on.
Here's the deal. You want the expertise. Here's the deal. First of all, I'm not a doctor. Second of all, with this rush to reopen, we're going to make things really, really bad. And the question is, do we rush back to hiding when things are getting really, really bad? Or do we push through and the treatment and the vaccine come through in record time because they need to? Okay.
We're looking at probably 18 months. That's usually the standard protocol with vaccines. It usually takes about 18 months to get to clinical trials.
Right. But one of the big reasons why those take 18 months is it's usually only one company and one small group of scientists, usually one clinic or one laboratory working on the type of drug that they're looking for. So that 18 months has a lot of regulation to it. And one of the first things, and it pains me to give Trump any sort of credit, but when he took the FDA handcuffs off, first thing I thought was, this is how a fucking zombie movie starts. Okay. But in taking the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration handcuff off, they're able to move faster. More clinics, more laboratories are able to work on the same thing. Right. So that 18 months, I fully expected it to be well under a year. Under a year.
He says January, right? We're supposed to get it January?
Well, if Donnie has anything to say about it, it's going to fucking happen October 1st so that he can be the hero and get reelected. Okay, so I mean, believe me when I tell you, he is on the phone. He wakes up in the morning, and the first thing he does is call that fucking laboratory. Well, is it done yet? Every morning. While he's sitting there
eats a cheeseburger, then calls.
Right.
Yeah, he checks on the cure while he's jerking off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sitting on the toilet, getting ready to tweet.
He looks at the death toll every morning and just, it's really does it.
They're expecting 135 to 140,000 dead. It's a sad fact that we were slow on the jump. I'm loving the apologists. I'm loving the apologists that are coming out for him. Who's the special forces pirate from Texas? Who's very, very articulate, good-looking young man who got his eyeball blown out in desert in Iraq.
Oh, I know you're talking about. I forgot his name.
But he's a very eloquent apologist. The only problem is that we own fucking calendars, and there's video, lots and lots of video. Mm-hmm. And you can't say you were being sarcastic or you took me out of context on 95% of it.
Yeah, obviously they didn't say it's ironic racism in the beginning of their
statement. People are asking me to not believe my fucking eyes and ears. That's all I'm saying. You're asking me
when I watch anything on the news,
see and hear.
It's just infuriating. It's just I think that's the thing is you don't know who to believe, who to trust, what's going on.
I love conspiracy theories. Oh my God, they're so awesome.
I love it. We love a conspiracy theory here on the Problematic Podcast.
I was joking about the aliens before, but people are they're a dog on a bone with those fucking aliens. People are expecting an alien invasion.
Fuck the aliens. I mean, there's real stuff to talk about on the conspiracy.
They might hear you.
What's going on with all this?
Go ahead, Dan. Hit him with a conspiracy.
No, I don't know. I mean, I'm not. Yeah. I don't really know. I'm like most people. I don't like feeling like a fool and feeling like I'm wrong. So I'm afraid to talk about politics because whenever I don't pay enough attention to it to really know what the fuck I'm talking about.
There's too much fucking gray area.
Kind of go gut feelings and what I've observed over the past, and there's just patterns to all these things. I mean, I don't know. I'm 1 foot in and 1 foot out as far as the common narrative of what's going on is just what we should abide by, and we got to do our best to just uphold this whole thing and try to get it over as quickly as possible. But then there's the other side, which is you got to also kind of question the common narrative, because as we go through our lives, we just keep looking back on these major events, and then we always find out, this wasn't exactly what it seemed, huh? Remember all that shit? And then we just kind of forget about
weapons
it.
Of mass destruction.
And then another crisis happens, and we're fed some narrative by the news, and we just believe it. And then some of us question it. I don't want to go too hard because I don't want to be a fringe nutcase. So that's the whole thing too. I'm afraid to be wrong just as much as everybody else, and I don't want to feel like a fool. But come on, man. It's just that side of me just tells me that this is just another example of just what we're being told and what we're being fed as far as news coverage and the words of politicians and all what the medical establishment is actually saying and the charts that are coming up and all this shit's just it all seems like theater. It often seems like fucking theater. And I know that we remain divided as a country. We're trained to hate each other because we have a two-party system in place. So it's literally just a dichotomy. Yep. And you're either on this side or on that side. And if you're in the middle,
divide and conquer.
Because you're just a coward and you're afraid of being wrong, which I guess is true.
Yep.
But I'm not just going to easily accept everything the news tells me. Why would I? Have I not been paying attention since I was fucking 13 years old when things stopped making sense? Come on. It's just, all I can say is just it's very interesting the way they put in order just stay in your homes and let's see what happens when we tell people that.
Are you getting it? Jen, are you going to get a chip?
And most people played ball because we were fed I shouldn't say fed because there's negative connotations to that, but we were told that we're staying in our homes because it's the best thing for the prevention of the spreading of the virus. Right. And now you're kind of realizing maybe the virus just kind of has to run its course like anything else, and it's going to kill a certain amount of people anyway.
Pretty much.
And I don't know. And then I'm hearing that like hospitals actually aren't overwhelmed and shit and like all these different things. It's like, come on, like you catch CBS airing footage of an Italian hospital saying it's New York City. And that was a serious fuck up. Like,
yeah, there's been, people say like Chris Cuomo didn't even have COVID or like.
Yeah, like Idris Elba with the non-symptomatic COVID thing. Like,
well, here's my question.
He's just the new Magic Johnson. He's trying to put a face to this fucking virus and like get the funding that it needs. And like, if that's what it takes, I'm for it. Because Magic Johnson, whether or not he actually had AIDS, he got the ball rolling on a lot of fucking treatment and started getting a lot of money.
I'll give you $1.
Yeah. But with Magic Johnson, if let's say theoretically he never actually had AIDS and someone approached him and say, listen, you're a very friendly, respectable face. You're one of the most famous people on the planet right now. Can you take one for the team? And and just say you got this thing.
He's like, I've been taking one.
When that happened, no one's civil liberties were infringed upon. No one was being told to stay home all day long. No one was losing their jobs. The unemployment rate didn't skyrocket. I mean, if it all comes out that the fucking economy was destroyed for no reason and that this was all bullshit, come on. Like,
Dan's also a flat earther, in case anyone.
Yeah, I'm a flat earther. Yep. So let's talk about that, because that's where this really all comes.
This is about bend the curve. Okay, let's talk about there is no curve. The
I'm not a flat earther, and I don't even necessarily believe everything I'm saying. It's just you get angry and you wonder what the fuck is really going on, because nothing has ever been what it seemed. Like I said, since I was a young guy.
No, I think that's fair. I mean, you get different. You hear like it's going down, but then, like I heard today, air travel's up, but then there's huge spikes going on in like rural communities, and then it's okay. And I was telling Gonzo like before, it's like the date of like when we're allowed to go back into society before a vaccine is created or viable treatment is completely arbitrary. It doesn't make any sense. I saw Gonzo 2 months ago, right before the shutdown happened. We did a like in studio broadcast, and then now we're doing one via Zoom because me and Dan only have hepatitis and not COVID. And
she got the whole fucking network sick.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I mean, but
it's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense. If they say 2 weeks from now you can go outside, the virus it's not gone. I feel like it's just.
I'm not truly fringe, like at all, because like, I mean, if I was really fringe, I would be saying a couple weeks ago, New York City and New Jersey were experiencing long extended periods of clouds and rainy weather as a way to block your vision of the sky because they were moving Jeffrey Epstein above the stratosphere and they didn't want anyone to see. I don't believe that shit.
The aliens came and got him. What's that?
But I'd be a fool to say that the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing wasn't fucked up. I'm willing to go that far. That was weird. And I know no one's talking about it.
Who cares about him?
I don't know, man.
There's another conspiracy theory that's circulating that the entire Trump administration and the Senate, but not the Congress, are all vaccinated from a vaccine that they have had since September of last year.
I think there's been a lot of reports saying that the fucking government knew about this since at least October or November. And they weren't moving. Here's I got to go back to the conspiracy theory because I got to give those people their due. They spend a lot of sleepless nights online in their mom's basement thinking up these theories.
No one cares about them.
They weren't transporting Jeffrey Epstein. They're transporting his victims, his slaves.
To the island. They had to get the island repopulated for now the new thing. That's what happens.
And they were using the heart machine, the weather control machine. Yeah.
Right.
That's why we have ventilators too.
Yeah.
Was to get this body. So, Gonzo, are you going to get a
perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. And that's like the comfort with conspiracy theories, right? Like for some people, it really does. And they're like, oh, okay, now this all makes sense. And they can just move about their lives or they become completely fucking obsessed with it.
UFOs are real.
That's what conspiracy theories do for people. They give them like some sort of peace. It it ties together the loose ends. You're like, oh, okay, this is all just a giant fucking ploy by the established elites. And I can't do anything about it.
Oh, you mean religion?
Well,
yeah, that's basically what it is.
Listen, the what?
It's just the whole conspiracy thinking. When people go too far with it, it just becomes an ideology for them. It feels like it's like how death is like the god of the atheist, or just atheism becomes like a wild ass religion when you really talk to like pretentious atheist motherfuckers and like how hardline they are on everything, and like the most closed-minded people in the world.
They get really insulted when you call them a religion. They get really insulted.
I know. I hope they don't like find me in the street and suck my dick.
Hopefully they do, especially during these times.
I hate getting my dick sucked in the street. I won't do it.
I under the bridge is okay, not in the middle of the street. I am not sucking dick in the middle of the street. Give me
Walmart parking lots. I love Walmart parking lots. Those are awesome.
Please, I'm a lady.
I mean, to quote Mick Jagger, give me shelter, you know?
Give me shelter. Yeah, every time some guy's trying to fuck you, just start playing Give Me Shelter on your phone.
Just like that opening sequence to it.
Listen, I'll blow you behind this dumpster, but if we're going to fuck, if we're having intercourse, coitus, I need a roof over my head.
I need a roof to give you
Is
jump.
that a Rolling Stones song you're playing?
Yeah.
Always.
Oh, I love this stuff.
I have a kidney stone from all those UTIs. Back to the UTIs. No, well, Gonzo, what I was going to add, I'm kidding. Gonzo, would you get a chip if the government said you had to have one? Since we're wearing our tinfoil hats, let's talk about it. Are you getting chipped or not? Because listen, there's a life pre-pandemic and post-pandemic, and I think the one post, it's just, like when the 9/11, you talk about 9/11, the Patriot Act came out, just was ready to go with taking all these civil liberties away. I feel like the same thing is going to happen now. Like, we're going to cashless society or a whole bunch of different shit. Who are we fucking off over here?
Chuck Esteria told me to stop touching my face.
Oh, me too.
So
anyways,
don't worry about that.
Yeah. So I just think you're going to have to. There's going to be a chip in you, and I mean, I like to eat a lot of chips, but I don't think I want to be chipped, unless it's maybe organic. But
not a cocker
like
spaniel.
a chia seed chip, maybe. But other than
what do I get out of it? Can I dunk? If I put the chip in my arm, can I dunk?
Can you
No,
dunk?
you cannot dunk.
Would you trade it for the ability to dunk?
I might.
Would you accept the number of the beast?
Gonzo, will you? Are you going to get the chip or no?
Hell no.
Okay, all right. So
Hell
noting.
no. I'm not an atheist, and I am not I'm not a doomsdayer, Book of Revelations freak. But
You're just a white
I'm
supremacist.
not.
Like, run the mill.
Yeah, I'm not accepting a chip. Even and that's just hedging my bets because I don't like being traced or tracked. Okay, I'm somebody who turns my location on my phone. I turn that shit off a lot. Okay, I don't want to be
They're
tracked.
actually tracking us. They can tell that we're moved. The reason the spikes have been happening recently is because there's more movement and people are breaking the quarantine.
I just don't feel safe if I know the NSA is not listening to me.
Yeah.
Like I like knowing they're there because I don't like being alone.
I also like taking nudes and knowing someone's.
Hi NSA.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, I like. I really
NSA.
broke my back to get that ass angle, and I want someone to see it. And it's just nice that someone
blew your own back out.
I blew my own. I need a backiotomy.
Trying to get your back blown out, and you blew your own out.
I blew it out.
So blows my own back out.
Can't blow my ass out, so I'm blowing my back out, trying to look like I have a fat ass. And yeah, again, I'm just happy that NSA is looking at it, and I mean, I'm all for it. Look at my nudes.
Try not to masturbate on your back.
Okay, that's a good.
Why? Because you might
Is that how you die?
You might choke on it and vomit and
how deaths
in
happen.
your sleep, like Jimi Hendrix. Is that what happened?
No,
to
but
Jimi
I
Hendrix?
pulled a hammy one time.
Oh.
You need to probably eat a banana.
Well, I'm fine. And I always stretch before I drink coffee.
Yeah, I always eat a banana.
Stretch ahead of
before I
time.
eat the banana. Yeah. Get a little potassium in there.
Gotta
Okay,
get a little
Gonzo, I like a couple some of these questions. So, would you rather give up for the rest of your life oral sex or cheese? Dan's like, what do you think? I don't know.
Oral sex
I've
or
never had
cheese?
I've never had oral sex or cheese.
You're lactose free and blowjob free.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, that makes sense.
I get diarrhea.
I will give up cheese. I really like blowjobs. Not giving them, getting them.
But how often do you get a blowjob versus how often you eat cheese? Let's be honest.
How often do you do the
you
two
eat
together?
cheese more? Yeah.
How often do you do the two
But
together?
blowjobs won't make you fat.
Listen, he's a man of the world. He uses cheese whiz to jerk off.
That's disgusting. Cheese whiz.
No, I use real cheese.
Get a brie.
Yeah, get a brie. Well,
I mean, that's a
brie
little.
would be messy.
That's a little basic too. You know.
I want dry cheese.
Like a real dirty, stanky blue.
I would honestly give up blowjobs before I gave up cheese.
You would?
Yeah.
For real?
I would say like 6% of the head I've ever gotten in my life knocked my socks off. I don't need it.
All right. Well, that says a lot about you, Dan. So, and all your anger issues, and also perhaps why you have this lesbian haircut that you're rocking.
Meanwhile, ladies, if you're watching.
No, hold on. What are you doing right now?
I'm insulted.
I haven't had any cheese today.
No cheese today, but you've had a blowjob.
No cheese today.
Okay, another question for you. If you could get rid of
no cheese today,
like one of your appendages, you got to pick like any one of your arms or legs, and then you could grow a dick in its area. Would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Dan said, mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I was laughing. You want an extra dick?
You want an extra dick? No arm, but a dick. It's like Lieutenant Dan. You got no legs. You got magic legs.
Personally, I think it'd be nice to have one dick that comes and one that pisses. I don't like that it comes out of the same hole. Girls get 2 holes.
I think I've been watching a lot of tentacle porn, and that's where that question just came from. I'm having a systemic.
You're missing your Asian boyfriend. He was Chinese, not Japanese.
Yeah, I like that Japanese anime porn.
Alex, I'm going to say no.
What's the question?
You asked if I would replace one of my limbs with a dick.
But did you call me Alex?
I like the cheese one. Would you rather?
Alex, would you rather
stop giving men blowjobs or cheese?
I like how this. I would like to just talk about the framing of this question and it just root it the misogynistic and sexualist. Like you just assumed that I would be giving head. You forgot that women can receive head. So the question to me is.
But you specifically said blowjobs, and I've never said, "Oh, I was giving this chick a blowjob last night."
I was making it, pertinent to you.
I sucked your dick.
Well, you've never been with a good lady, I guess. Then, okay.
Well, like a trans lady?
Define good.
Tits and dick.
Sucking dicks and fucking chicks.
That's what I'm doing. 2020 coming at you. Oh my God. So I was hearing that Disney's gonna maybe just like be bankrupt and you can't go to Disney anymore. So where are the pedophiles gonna find their next lovers and future wives?
They're not folding up shop. They're just gonna wait till after the first of the year.
People on Instagram live right now. So easy what you say. There's gonna be some eyes on this that you might not want.
All right, sorry. I just feel like you thrive with pedophilia, so I was just trying to tee you up there.
That's the thing about me. I thrive on pedophilia. I'm worthless without it.
Nope.
You don't want to talk to me until I've had my pedophilia.
Sans pedophilia, no good. With it though, it's just remarkable. No, Disney's the worst fucking. I mean, I do follow an Instagram account called like Hot Dads at Disney, which.
Why wouldn't you?
I mean, I'm kind of missing those posts, but I mean, Disney World fucking sucks. It's the worst place. They don't sell alcohol. The last time I went, I had to bring my own in bladders, which is like really made me have to reevaluate my alcoholism. I almost threw up on the Dumbo ride.
Anywhere where your toddler could potentially get snatched up and killed and drowned by an alligator, you should serve alcohol.
Yeah, but if you're making me be around toddlers, you should serve me alcohol. That's my argument. Like
right. I agree with that too. Any location where there's going to be both children and adults should serve alcohol.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the only way you can handle them.
The principal's
go
office.
to Epcot.
Oh my God, that's my favorite. I met a very amazing woman. Her name was Yukiku. She was in Japan. She served me sake, and I tried to take her home with me, but she was not to go. Curbside pickup only. So
she was not to go.
So like, I've gone back since, and I've just like run through Epcot. Yukiku!
She come with the sushi, or what's going on?
No, she is her own entree. Okay, she is. Yeah, she was amazing. Yukiku, I know you're listening in my dreams, in my heart. So this is for you. It's always for Yukiku. It's always for her. Everything I do is for Yukiku, and yeah. So now my parents know
everything I do for you. Yukiku.
I'm done with her.
I'm learning a lot about stuff right now.
It's a lot of silver linings right now, though. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna have to go to any of my friends' weddings. I'm pretty sure most of my friends stopped inviting me to their weddings. So shout out to you guys.
Still, that's a win.
No weddings, no baby showers. I don't have to take showers really anymore. Puss wipes, Lysol wipes does the trick.
Some people have been waiting for this moment their whole life.
Their whole life. It's like I do.
Yep. I don't want anyone else out there having fun and enjoying their lives and being more successful than me, and she doesn't want to bathe.
No, I don't want to bathe. No,
I love a pandemic.
Yep.
I love
win right here.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? What's your daily shower activities? You masturbate in the shower? You taking showers? What's going on with you, Gonzo?
Moi?
Yeah.
Let's see. What's today? Wednesday? Okay, didn't masturbate today. I stay pretty regular with the showers because I've kind of got no choice when you're doing the gym thing. You get sweaty, you get nasty, and it's like, what's that smell?
Don't you miss showering
around here?
Men, though?
That's the smell of boy.
Yeah, that's the smell of a man.
I miss that boy fragrance.
See, you do thrive on what I feel.
No, I miss things about, with the pandemic on. I miss things about regular life, like boy fragrance and stand-up comedy, but
mostly boy fragrance.
Mostly boy fragrance.
Dan's whole apartment smells like Axe body spray in here. He just it's just hits you like a ton of bricks when you walk in.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the first guy I lost my virginity to, just Axe body spray.
I can't get my dick hard unless I smell Axe in the air.
Yep.
I haven't been, what's the word, viral? I don't know.
Viral?
Since Axe body spray, I haven't, not viral.
Venereal. Vaginal.
Impotency. So it's like potency. I haven't had potency. My dick hasn't been potent.
He can't get his dick hard.
Since I was wearing Axe body spray.
Since Reagan was president.
Whether the two are connected, I have no idea.
It's pre-pandemic, so.
But you spray that shit right on your skin,
Blame the Asians.
Something might have happened.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You heard it here first, kids.
Yeah. My dick has been soft since I was 16 years old. So.
Oh man.
That's why I say the things that I do, because I don't feel like I'm actually a threat to anyone. What harm could I do?
Nothing.
Fucking dick can't get hard.
Nope.
12 years now.
12 years a slave. It's a documentary.
I'm so glad I'm not alone.
12 years a slave, is it? No, I'm not saying that. I don't like that. I'm not going back to that.
Do it. We'll edit it out in post.
We're doing this live,
What?
so it's really hard.
We'll edit it out in post. Brad, make a time marker. We'll edit it out in post.
Can you edit out like 6
thrown
others?
the fuck off of
The
Facebook?
spiciest joke of all time.
Got too spicy.
Did I ever tell y'all what I named my dick?
What did you name your dick?
Nope.
Nope, not going to do it. Not. Stay tuned next week. Oh, man. You guys are crazy. No, it's fun like how the pandemic's put everything into perspective. Like, I don't know, people are like working out, spending time with their families.
It's disgusting.
It's really
Disgusting.
makes me hate them even more than I initially did. Like,
Go out there and drink.
Yeah,
I
drink.
want people drinking again.
Fuck a hooker. Do crack. Me and Dan did it earlier. Like
I
we
want
said.
people getting in Ubers.
Yep. I want you spreading STDs. I want the world to come back.
Bring the good. Bring the good diseases back.
Bring them up.
Let's-
HPV. Everyone has HPV.
Can we everyone watching the live, all four?
Shake a hand.
Oh shit, there's 2 people on this.
Oh my god. Hi, Mom. I'm just kidding. My mom would never watch me. She doesn't probably even have an app for this.
But can we all just stand together and bring the good diseases back?
I'm pro diseases. Let's bring them back. I just think the 80s, like, that's why we had herd immunity in the 80s. There's more orgies. I say bring back the orgy.
Bathhouses,
opium dens. My dream job in life is to run like a whorehouse. I want to be like a madam.
Do I need an
I
appointment
could
for this
see that for
place?
you. I'd love that for you.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be great at it.
Yeah.
I feel like I would know whose taste had what. Like, I've thought about pimping guys out before. Dan, if you want to join the roster, there's some other comics I've been considering.
I've avoided it this long. I shouldn't start now.
All right, well, just, you can get a lot for some butt play.
It's always on the back burner.
You can get a Bitcoin for a little butt play. Just saying.
I'm a hoe.
Good.
So am I. Cheers to being a hoe. I'm drinking coffee.
You can get me for Dave and Buster tickets.
Literally, you can give me an IOU, okay? I'll be like, I'm there. Sign me up.
I owe you. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for some pussy today.
My lips are so purple from this wine I'm drinking.
There you go. You just blew your own cover.
I'm
Just
sorry.
said a second ago you're drinking coffee.
I'm not drinking coffee. It's too late for that. What am I, an animal?
Mm-hmm.
I'm classy. I'm drinking wine out of a coffee mug.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's right. Dan always offers me wine when I come over, but today I brought my own because I figured we should just be better safe than sorry,
No
I just
whiskey.
offer mine when I don't have any PCP.
Yeah. If he's not a
Where's the
PCP.
whiskey?
Ooh, Dan doesn't have whiskey. He only has normally like heroin. Well, you don't have heroin.
I don't normally have heroin.
Yeah, All right, just normally PCPs.
Yeah. I get wet though.
Yeah.
I smoke sherm. I smoke a lot of sherm.
Smoke that sherm. So
smoke sherm and just commit stick-ups.
That's what I did with my stimulus check.
Yeah.
Just went around, bought some new gear to make some more stick-ups. What did you do with your stimulus check, Gonzo? Buy
Paid my rent.
Well, Dan, what did you buy? Cigarettes?
Chris Shepard said we party flip. Candy flip? Oh, candy flip. Yeah, acid and ecstasy at the same time.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
I've done it. Yeah, it's fun.
I love a good mixture of things. I love a good threesome.
Eric Andre said candy flipping. You take the Molly on the acid, so your brain is just a serotonin machine gun. I agree. That's what you do.
These are facts for the kids. So I hope when you're teaching your kids tomorrow, homeschooling them, that some of these little knowledge nuggets that we're imparting upon you, you share with your children. So, Dan, you know all about mixing drugs together. What do you like? Speedballs, right? What's your favorite?
Yeah.
Dan loves a speedball. Gonzo takes 2 drinks of whiskey and 2 hits of something, and he's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Was the camera on when I did that? No.
For a big guy, you can't really party, dude. I'm just saying, I can fucking drink you under the table.
Me?
Yeah, remember? You don't. I roofied you and took advantage of you, so it's fine.
You can drink longer than I can. You can't drink more than I can.
Strongly, that's the same thing. I'm drinking
sips.
more and longer. Listen, I'm not good at a lot of things in life. Please don't take drinking away as one of them. Okay, I don't.
Yes, you can kick my ass.
Okay.
I bow to your superior alcoholism.
Brought to you by my mother and father. Just trying to make them proud every day.
Family disease.
Actually, I saw my dad yesterday, and he told me since I moved down to Florida, him and my stepmom have been drinking more.
Good.
I was like, oh, you're welcome. So I'm glad I got to bring a little fun into your life. I'm thinking, you're okay. It's fine. They're we're thinking about getting a sponsor because of you. I was like, but anyways, that's my relationship with my parents. I've made them into alcoholics. So most kids grow up with alcoholic parents. I just made them become one.
That's good.
So it's so fun.
Type 2 alcoholism.
Yeah, the best. Like diabetes. Everyone wants to. Yep. If you're not first, you're last.
Hey, by the way, David Sadman has joined the chat room.
Oh, that fucking fuck.
Yeah.
Joanna Blaskowitz too. Joanna B's in there.
Dude, have you guys what have you guys been watching during the pandemic? Anything besides the fucking Tiger King and the dumb shit? I've noticed just by sheer boredom, I find random weird shit. What have you do? Wormholes or anything you've been going down?
I've just mostly been watching videos of Chechnyan soldiers beheading Russian soldiers in the woods.
Me too. Yeah. I think I sent you that link or something. Yeah. What about you? You watching that too, Gonzo?
Well, does ginger team cream pie mean is that the same thing?
Yeah, I think so. It's subcategory, I think. Yeah.
So you've just been watching strictly cream pie porn this entire time? Okay.
Dude,
then no.
My parents gave me some weird recommendations. They told me to watch this. It's actually a pretty good show on Netflix. But there's a lot of sex in it, and it's just kind of uncomfortable. It's a lot of sex in it, and they're like,
I already like it.
50 Shades of Grey or Indecent Proposal. And so I think my parents are having a really good time during this pandemic. So I don't know. But you guys been watching the Bulls documentary, Last Dance?
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to watch the latest episodes of it right after I'm done with this.
Oh, it's so good. I love it. It's my favorite thing. It's my jam.
It's like reality TV. It's like the real husbands of the NBA.
Yeah, I think it's so cool.
It's like
dude, Jordan definitely has a drinking problem. His eyes are so yellow.
He's a terrible human being.
Oh, yeah, he even says it. You're gonna. I mean, are they gonna talk about how he got his dad murdered because of his gambling problem?
Yeah.
I hope that's on the next episode. They're starting to talk about his gambling addiction, but I don't know. I love that team so much. It was such a part of my childhood. I said something how I went to that.
Yeah, you were literally a baby back then.
Almost died.
Scottie Pippen was the first man you ever masturbated to, right?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken.
And he's still, I think probably will be the last man I masturbate to. I have it my way, 33 for life, you know?
God has a plan.
Yep, Jesus' number, Jesus' age. So I think it kind of works out that way. But no, Rodman was my guy, which I think just kind of was a great precursor to what a psychopath of a human. Like, okay, you have Scottie Pippen, you have Michael Jordan, right? Like, that's not my hero. The one I like is the one with the fucked up hair, who's a degenerate, who goes to Vegas, bisexual, marries himself, narcissistic, out of his fucking mind. I was like, that's my dude. I want his jersey. Right?
My boy, Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
You know, I've hung out with Dennis Rodman a few times.
Yeah, at a strip club?
Name drop.
Only 1 degree of separation away from Kim Jong-un.
Oh.
Wow.
Is he alive, Gonzo? What do you know? Give us the tea. Spill it.
Yeah, what is Dennis
He
doing?
has a tremendous appetite for alcohol. I'll say that. He is a party guy. A lot of people are always happy to see him. And sometimes he walks out on very large bar tabs.
Wait, so how many times have you? Has it been more than one time that you partied with them?
Yeah, 3 or 4 times actually.
At the club you worked at, I'm guessing.
At Cheetah Hallandale twice. At Scarlett's once, which was, I was like, it's 4:45. He's still going 100 miles an hour. I'm like, time for me to go home. 4:45. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's just getting started. And hey, you know what? God bless him. The dude's got a whole bunch of money still. He's living the life. He's going wherever he wants and doing whatever he wants. He's still a freak. He's still,
that's great.
Happy-go-lucky. Yeah.
It's a rare distance.
Yeah. So, Rodman's all right by me. I don't know if you've seen, we have a meme in part of our intro that's the ambassadors to North Korea are on their way, and it's me, Dennis, and my friend Mike from 97 GTR, an old FM radio station where we both used to. He used to work there. I used to hang out with them, and we were taking a picture with Dennis when we were hanging at the Cheetah Hallandale, raising hell. But
that's in North Korea, correct?
Yeah, North Korea. Yes, Korea. North Korea, Hallandale, North Korea. Yes,
just around the corner. Yeah,
right. Around the corner from Long Duck Dong Park.
Pyongyang, right? That's north? Pyongyang?
Pyongyang, where the Olympics was.
Pyongyang.
Pyongyang.
Dan just saying it in English for no reason. It's not ironic. Oh, no, but yeah, I love that Jordan documentary. I feel like there's been some good things in the pandemic that got us through. Like, again, I feel like Tiger King got us through. It's totally over it. Fuck Tiger King. Now everyone's obsessed with the Jordan doc. I don't know. I feel like incest porn is probably taking a downturn. Not a lot of
you got to watch the new Rick and Morty.
After incest porn, I'll watch.
Because a lot of people got to spend time with their families again.
Right. So no one's watching incest porn. It's like, my stepmom's not as hot as I thought she was when she has no makeup on. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm used to seeing that bitch with her eyebrows on.
Yeah, it stinks horribly when she shits.
Yep. No one's thinking about fucking their family after this. So guys, silver linings. You don't have to go to weddings, and incest porn is no longer going to be the front thing you see when you go into Pornhub, which for me is...
It'll gain momentum again. It'll be normalized soon.
Isn't that a category?
Again, I'm into tentacle porn, so just.
Oh, okay.
And that's for all of my family members listening, especially my dad. See, Dad, you raise a really mature, healthy, well-adjusted human. It's nothing to be ashamed. 1 out of 4 of your kids watches tentacle porn. Watches tentacle.
She knows what she likes. She's a woman of discerning taste.
Yep. I'm classy. I'm Jake.
Yeah, you see, my friend Ralph is in the chat room. He's hung out with Dennis too. Dennis is a South Florida party guy icon. If you go out to a club and you're out there after 1 o'clock, you could run into Dennis. That's all I can tell you. Real good chance.
Well, if you ever hang out with Dennis Rodman again, fucking call me. I will drop what I'm doing and drop to my knees and go find him. I'll do what I can.
You do what you can.
Do what I can. So should we close this out with a little What's Making Us Come?
Yeah, sure.
Right, you guys. So a segment we like to do to kind of wrap up the pod is What's Making You Come? Gonzo, it's actually not supposed to be sexual, so it's kind of like a recommendation station. So something you're enjoying, helping you through the quarantine. Gonzo, what's making you come?
A few things.
Yeah, hit us.
Prime Video. Yeah, Prime Video,
okay.
Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've just got like a lot of different shit, and a lot of their originals are really, really good.
What's your favorite show you watched on there?
Wow. Had to be the marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
I still haven't watched that, but I've heard it's good.
Love it. So good.
The Tick. The Tick. Corny, but you smoke enough weed, it's great. What? I like The Tick. I like corny shit. What do you want?
Yeah, no, she said she's more into fleas. Yeah.
We're just making hacky jokes over here. Don't worry about it. Well, when we come to the studio, it'll be more live. Dan, he asked you before if he can bring his tapestry. So
yeah, I gotta bring.
He has to bring his tapestry, or he has a Falcon painting that he travels with.
It's gone. I destroyed it.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the Falcon's gone.
Dang. What happened?
Bit of rage.
Oh my God, you guys! This is for a whole nother time. I can't even believe the Falcon picture. You destroyed it.
Blasphemy.
He was a friend of the pod. I feel like you should have asked me first.
I had to stop defending. I need it out of my life. I need to find my own path.
I'm dead. Well, R.I.P. Falcon painting. It was a very well. I'm gonna have to really digest that later. But oh my God, Dan, what's making you come? Besides destroying literally artwork.
They're destroying artwork.
Like it's like the Nazis when they burned up. What are you doing? Should have been in the Smithsonian.
It's making me come.
What's making you come, Dan?
My girlfriend's getting really good at cooking.
She is. Every time I come over, she has really good baked goods for you. That's why you look so skinny with all those baked goods. I know. She's a very handy lady. Shout out.
Incredible cook. She's becoming very good at cooking. That's pretty good. Nothing. I'm dry.
Nothing. He's dry. He needs some lube. I got it.
Dry drawers.
Coming in. I say little quarantine cutie tip for everyone. If you have a little backyard space and you're not like Gonzo, who has a built-in pool with very beautiful adult entertainers, making encounters in it, get yourself a kiddie pool. I have a toddler pool. It's
not that glamorous.
It's not quite a kiddie pool, okay? Because it's about 2.5 feet deep, and I think it's 7.5 feet wide. So it's a toddler pool. You can bring toddlers in it if you want, or you can just smoke cigarettes and listen to audiobooks and sit in it and just get suntan like a fat piece of shit, which is what I've been doing. So shout out to kiddie pools. I highly recommend them. They have been a very crucial part of my pandemic sanity.
Spending more time with my dog is making me come. Getting to see him grow up.
Oh, he's so cute. Atlas is his dog.
Good for that. I'm glad that my girl gets to spend more time with him too, and it's fun. My dog's always making me come.
And number one
sweet dog
is Dr. Fauci. This week, Dr. Fauci, you're making us come.
Yeah,
we love you.
Shorts.
Oh my God, that little elfish Italian man. I would rigatoni all over his face. Oh, and on that note, I think we should sign out of this bitch. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm cooling down. I was on a hot tear with him.
Gonzo, thank you for having us. We really appreciate it. I love you. You're the best.
This was fun though, man. For real. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's been great. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're obviously crazy fucking humans. You gonna have us back some other time?
We may do this on a regular basis. We'll talk more about this afterwards,
Of course. Man. I just wanted to put you on the spot, make it super awkward as we do here. But no, thank you again. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man, this was fun.
Yeah, I love you. We're the Problemaddict Podcast.
You're good.
Hang on. Before you go, let me give you a little podcaster tip. Okay. Now you guys have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because I've seen you on YouTube. So you have a YouTube channel. Yeah. One thing that we do when we end any podcast, usually when we begin it and end it, is we do a little thing called the call to action. And it's essentially go to YouTube and check out the Problemaddict Podcast on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, and of course, tell all your friends.
Yeah.
Yep. This is right.
Dan Caso, Comedy Boy, all one word on Instagram. That's my main platform. I haven't been on Facebook now in almost 3 months. No one's thanked me. Can you believe it? No one's giving me a single thank you.
That's where that old ass picture came from.
Yep.
We have group chats thanking you, so the world thanks you.
But
dolphins have returned to the canals.
Yeah,
the world thanks you.
But yeah, Dan Caso Comedy Boy on Instagram.
Yes, and you can find me at Stephanie Woodwood. I like to make it very simple for you. So my last name is Wood and then Would. So Stephanie Woodwood. And we also have our own Instagram page at the Problemaddict Podcast. So follow us there as well.
Problemaddict Podcast on YouTube.
SoundCloud.
Dan Caso on YouTube. I got content up there now. Yep.
We're on SoundCloud and we're in your dreams and your hearts.
SoundCloud. Yep. SoundCloud.
Follow us there.
And you can find this show. You'll be able to find this show probably later tonight or tomorrow morning at www.gonzoradionetwork.com. See, that's it. You got to tell everybody, that whole call to action thing. I used to think it was stupid, and I never did it, and I'm an idiot.
No, we appreciate it. Any tips you could? We love we love tips. Give us just the tip. Give us all the tips.
I mean, I've got like 155 podcasts that have none of that shit.
Dude, we're gonna ride your coattails all day. Don't worry about it.
Fucking moron, not saying anything about it. So yeah, listen. The Gonzo Radio Network is here for guys like you, okay? For artists who want to express themselves, people who, if they just want to get together and they want to talk shit, okay, you can do it in a structured fashion. I've always wanted the Gonzo Radio Network to be a venue for comics and creative people to come on and to show their stuff, okay? Cool, and you guys killed it tonight. You were exactly what I expected. You actually exceeded expectations, and I'm happy to have you guys on as often as you like.
Awesome, dude.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Good looks, bud.
Love you. See you soon, baby.
All right.
Stay safe, guys.
Bye.
For Gonzo Radio, this is Super Time 6000 2015 for Gonzo Television Station. You're coming to the greater Sandusky, Ohio area. This is Pirate Bill, and this is Frank Welker saying, watch Transformers.